Hello guys, this is going to be a YouTube special because I want to explain the thought process of AD Sylas, especially a game I had, and this is about like High Masters and GM game. I had Jensen, so it wasn't bad, but this was off stream, so it is better to, I guess, go over it since this was a good AD Sylas game and kind of explain, because a lot of people had questions about if it's good. It looks kind of troll. Like, what's the deal with it? It's kind of being popularized now. It was a thing before, not a lot of people did it though. And I would say I had like, at this point, 11 games on this account, which is like High Masters to GM, to even Challenger games I had in AD Sylas top lane. And I am so far 8 wins, 3 losses, like in those games. Which I feel like that's enough sample size for now to say it's definitely not bad, for sure. I think it is, like, I'll just rip the band-aid off. I don't think it's better than mid lane though. I think mid lane, Sylas, and Sylas is a champion, just snowballs, right? That's what he wants to do. You can't really do that in top lane too much because you don't have the option to skirmish as much. You can go to like bot lane and stuff. It's mid lane, you have so much more agency to do. But again, if you want to play top and you like Sylas, I think it is good. I think it's like as good as like almost any top lane champion other than maybe a meta stuff. Like, it's not gonna print LP like Tank Jace or something, but it is actually really solid, I would say. Yeah, it's some bad matchups, but I won't really go over it on this video because, I mean, this is not a really guide. I'm just gonna explain my thought process and everything, but maybe I might make a top lane guide eventually. I was gonna make it last season because I got GM with it, with Sylas top. Then I stopped because some matchups were actually unbearable, which actually, I'm happy to say, I feel like this build solves a lot of issues Sylas has in top lane. The grasp actually is kind of OP, but with like Doran's Blade and this whole runes, I guess I'll go over now. Oh, this wasn't me. I did grasp, and actually I'll just show in here. Okay, so this is about the build. I would say almost every single game. I saw a lot of pros before I started. I think Bupa was doing it. There's like T9 Loki was doing it. They always did something like this, which I don't think it's bad, but this build really emphasizes on trying to like 1v1, right? You want as much as fighting power as possible, and ability haste is actually really important. You think like your ability don't really deal damage, why would you need ability haste? But this whole build is built around having passive autos. So the more you can cast, the more you're gonna have passive autos. Because that's your whole damage. You're not really gonna auto people if you don't have the passive autos. It's not worth it. Legend haste is really important here. Otherwise, you don't really need mana because you're already going Muramana. So I would say last lane is better. You're gonna be low and you're healing a lot, so it's better. But I would say cut down is still okay. You can change this to one plating or second wind, but a lot of top lane champions has a way of breaking one plating easily. Unless you're like, it's like a Shen or something where they can't for sure. Then one plating is better. Demolish is kind of a must because nothing else really gives you good value. Same as in here. Unflinching is a fine. Revitalize is just not enough to really say it's better than this. Like, a lot of people ask me Overgrowth versus Revitalize. But Overgrowth gives you almost like 200 HP like mid game. I already mentioned this in my guide, but that's so much gold value. That's like 400 gold plus it scales more the more HP you have, which this build goes a lot of HP. Plus that like heals you, right? Because your W has more HP scaling. So this helps you with your W as well. So this is going to be your runes pretty much every single game. You can do like scaling in some games where you know you have to scale, but like in most games you rather be aggressive. Grasp really helps in top lane so much, and that kind of makes the whole build possible. In mid lane, you can't really prac grasp, so that's why AD size is more of a thing in top lane. But yeah, okay, so for build, it's kind of, I mean, I made a video on this before. You know the build. It's Thunder Sky into Muramana. But after that, I see a lot of people have different builds. I would say Shojin is best for the same reason I mentioned. More ability haste means more passive autos, so he helps. Plus, your ability is to do actual some damage when you do go it. But I think Leanders are fine. Riftmaker is also fine. I'll say like your full build should at least have like Riftmaker, maybe Leandry, definitely Shojin. You can even do Zonias if you need. Bloodlet is actually pretty good because you're still 70% of your damage is still AP. if not actually more. I might be 80, 90. Your passive auto still do AP damage, so like I said, I won't really go on the matchups too much, but the main advantage of it is like even if you blind pick Sylas top, they won't really think it's Sylas top as well. So you're helping your mid laner, and you're probably not gonna get a giga bad matchup because they don't expect it's Sylas top. But that depends. But yeah, otherwise, I just wanted to explain this game. Yeah, let's get in on it. Alright, so I'm in the game and I see I'm against Yon. Yon is technically, if they know what they're doing, is not really the best matchup. It is generally even, especially if you have Electrocute and it's mid lane. But it is a lot different because we're playing top lane and he can run me down with a lethal tempo. So I would say it is definitely Yon favorite in this sense. But a lot of Yons I face are also not the best. Unless they're like pro players, even like Challenger Yon OTP sometimes just don't know your damage or just get hit by ease. But this whole matchup is really if you can get hit ease or not. But yeah, I see it's Yon. I know I can't go Doran's Blade instead of Doran's Shield because I'm looking to just keep trading. But yeah, this game wasn't too long. I'm just gonna mainly go through it because I did develop on this game and to show how to replicate it in a way. But yeah, it won't be too long. Like I said, I'll kind of skim through what happened, but just keep the important details. So in here, oh, a little too fast. Even here too fast. But I'm walking with the wave. I want to be actually first here, which is really important because you want to get the first hit. It doesn't have to be first hit, but you really want to hit the minion, right? Because you have grasp. You want to stack the grasp as soon as possible so you can get a good trade in. So that's what I do here. Like auto the minion. Now I have grasp. At least I'm stacking it. 2, 3. Okay, now I have grasp. And E literally when I have grasp. So this is gonna be always a good trade. That's good. So that's literally almost always the trade pattern. I don't have E now, so 9 seconds of just not doing anything time. Plus he has Q3. So this whole thing is gonna be good like that, which feels a lot more reliable than mid lane. Like grasp is kind of a mini electrocute, so a little worse, but better if you can keep abusing it. In mid lane, it doesn't work because against mages you kind of can't. So it feels really good in top lane though. Then you can get like trades like these. Like that's huge. Weave the Q, and now I'm gonna get level 2. I get level 2 before him. Get a good grasp. Like W plus auto combo is actually so good. If you know, like you can do W auto and then you can even like E out. I didn't have to E in here, but that's just a really good combo. It's really fast, gets so much burst damage, and you heal from it. In here, he just dies. This is actually kind of Doran's Blade buff. My damage he definitely did not expect. Like he didn't even hit, but I just weaved so many grasp procs. I don't think I can really see in here how many grasps I had already. Right? No, I don't think so. But he dies. And now I know he has TP, so he's gonna try to TP. I have 3 seconds left, and I really want to push this wave. Even though I'm AD Sylas, I literally kind of one-shot the wave. It's really important. Even in mid lane, it's just normal Sylas. I don't know if I would really call it tech. But since you have AoE autos, you really wanted to hit it all the minions if you can. I just see a lot of people actually not knowing that fact. Like, it makes sense in your head, but you forget it or don't realize it. But now I TP back. I have really good tempo. Now I'm gonna be back at the same time. I have an item advantage and I have tier. Rushing tier is kind of sometimes sad because I mean it just gives you mana, right? It doesn't really give you power in any way, but it's kind of a must if you're doing Sylas top because you have definitely mana issues, like kind of bad. Not as much when you're doing AD, but it's still really good. Plus, it gives you just a lot of AD when you finish more mana, because your passive has 130% AD ratio, which is why it works, right? So now I'm back to lane. I know my Varus jungle, by the way. Yes, this is a real game. This is like almost GM. It's bot lane, so I might be weak side, which is fine. Actually, that's kind of probably best case scenario. Okay, this is normal Yon trade. Always also, I'll see a lot of people. This just goes in mid lane too. Like I trade normally. Now he E's in forward to me, right? And I E backwards in here, and don't just E to him. You wanna wait your E2 when his tornado is coming. This way now he's stunned. If I E first and then he does the thing, there will be more time for him to act. Like time that he won't be stunned. So it's always good like to buffer your E2. I would say honestly, 50% of Sylas' skill comes from buffering E2. It's probably even more honestly. That's the most skill expression you have on this champion. To buffer like E2. It's really important. But yeah, he's here. I have a ward here because I could put because I had prio. So I know now I'm just chilling. I can go short trades if I want to, but I can't commit too hard. But it's been kind of time. Now I do like short trades like this. He just dies. How much HP was he even at actually? 500? And I just... Yeah. I just one shot of 500. He definitely did not expect. I don't think that Yone plays too much Yone. This matchup definitely should not be this easy, but I pushed the wave really fast. I have really good base timing. He's gonna lose so much. Like this game kind of is already over. Like AD Sylas is actually really kind of dominant in the early game. I guess it depends on matchups, but okay. Now I get this lovely item, which is okay. Like I said, before you get your first item, that's where you spike hard. Components are okay, but they're never kind of crazy. Because, I mean, the whole thing is just you get the Thunder Sky procs, right? But kind of same thing. Get Grasp, like always the same thing. I get my Grasp, I walk into him this time, like I said. Now I do like, I'm close to him, W auto into E backwards. So like the trade always will be good because he can't hit me, and literally just keep doing the same thing. Now he's not by the minions, so I know he can dodge, and I have a level advantage because I mean he died twice. Now I just like try to in, or at least like get kind of prio in the lane per se, so I can just literally keep doing the same thing when I have E. But I know this guy couldn't be here because I think I got tanked. Plus, my Varus is here, so and their jungler is not here, which means Zinza is probably here. I ward here. I know my jungler won't be here for now. He's trying to trade because I mean he's bluffing that his jungler is literally like here. So I know we're trying to fight this, so I walk in. Yone can't really because he's so low, and I have prio. But I know he doesn't have flash. He can eat into me. That would be actually the worst case. He can also probably get lanterned. So I just do this combo. Chill. He just dies. I think that Q2 also missed, by the way. So, but good flash. This I guess gets out, but this is really worth. He kind of missed everything. Be good. I get the fruit and I just take this. I know he has to leave, or I mean he literally just dies. I push the wave really fast, get the XP. Now I kind of want to get Demolish proc, which is really important. If you can at least get one Demolish proc, it's insanely worth. I mean I'm just gonna get a plate, right? 125 gold for free, huge. And I can base. Okay, pretty good. I'll fast forward it a bit. So top lane is similar to mid lane, where you have to kind of see where your jungler is, right? Like laning is one thing, but also tracking junglers and also supports. Supports is more for mid lane, but they do come to top for sure. It's tracking like where people are really, because if you're not paying attention, you might just like literally lose the game off of that. If you die to their jungler like I don't know 2-3 times and their jungler is just running the map, like you're a little responsible for that as well. So not dying to junglers and playing big side is an art form of itself, if I would have to say. But yeah, same trades at this point. Good E. I mean, I know I'm just way too ahead of him, so he can't really out DPS me at too much damage. At this point, honestly, I can even one-shot him if he gets hit by my E2. Now, I'm scared. I don't know where Zin is. Technically, he could literally, like, be skipping all of this to come gank me. So I was scared, but I got the ward in. You're chilling now. But I know Zin should be topside. I'm kind of trying to play it safe. If I hard engage, he might literally just come. Yeah, I 100% dead. If I hard engage. So I know this. I try to just farm. Farming is also really easy. Like even Yon is pinging that he wants assistance. Yeah, no. Now I see him playing safe. Just farming slowly. Now I see my Janet coming and my jungler also coming. So I want to try to bait this. So I'm going in. I'm baiting. See the jungler is also coming. This is really good opportunity. Oh, he dies. 1v1. He dies because I baited him. And I don't know why the brand mid was doing there, but I guess he tried to help as well. So that's really good. The game is kind of over at this point, honestly. But really important thing with Sylas, mid or top, it doesn't matter. Or even honestly, not even Sylas, but especially with snowball champions. When you get snowball, you want to keep it. Dying at least once is kind of bad even, but like multiple times is really, really bad. Not only you put yourself down, but you also get enemy ahead. So your snowball is literally kind of neutralized. So sometimes when you get too ahead, people, like enemy team is gonna put a lot of resources on you. So if you play just safe, even though you have a snowball, it's actually really worth, like your team, let your team to actually like have breathing room. It's kind of like a trade. You don't get to breathe, but your team does. And they put a lot of resources just to get nothing. If they put like insane amount of resources, like 5 people on you, that's just, it is what it is. It's still worth, because your team should be getting like objectives across the map, like this tower or like dragon or something like that. But I put a ward in here just to make sure. At this point, I can literally just run him down. Like AP Sylas still could, but honestly, if I'm AP this game, like here, I would probably not go like E in at least. I would like maybe try to W him and Q and then E back, because I know I can't one-shot him. But if I'm AD, I have consistent damage. This is like one main thing with AD Sylas, is that you can like play like that. But I'll show. I see him, he doesn't know where I am. I just try to trade. Doesn't really, he's trying to dodge a lot of things, but it's my autos which hurts. Now he's pretty much almost one-shot territory, so he has to go back. You're pinking here, so I'm looking. Sin is here. I just a quick kill. Be huge. There's a TP. You kill him too. I mean, at this point, it's kind of bad for enemy team, but game is going really good. Again, like I said, the last thing I want to actually die in here. Quick short trades. Even if I'm fed, I want to do the same trades. If I miss E here, I'm pretty sure he just runs me down, because my E has a 9 seconds cooldown. So if I go in, I know I can one-shot him. I need to like have short trades. This kind of generally only works with like Yasuo, Yon, like DPS champs actually, which like they can just auto attack you down. And this lane is so long, even if I'm like 10 kills ahead, if I can't one-shot them, I don't want to take like trades like this. He ults me. I mean, this is interesting. I just kill him. He doesn't really do damage, and that ult, I actually want to get hit by it. I push it. I know enemy's not here. Zinzai is here. So I just get, I don't know if I get this whole tower. I don't think so. But I demolish proc, get 2 plates, huge. That's almost 300 gold by itself. I go back, 1 more demolish, and this tower is gone anyway. See, team is fighting here, but I'm literally a top laner. Like I can't do anything. I can't like, this would be such a bad decision. I feel like if I just walk bot lane, it could work, but it's just like risk and reward, right? If I go here and it doesn't work, I could even like die here, because like if I get CC'd constantly and this guy's full HP, I might literally die. Might be hard to get on brand as well. And Yon would get like at least 2 plates, plus even more, and I'm just losing wave. So like I said, a lot to lose. It's not worth the risk. But now I see they were leaving anyway when I would be there. Someone coming back. I have a really good trade. Oh, don't know what happened to my mouse there. So at this point, I just want to keep Eing in and try to kill him. He went back because he knows I can just one-shot him. Now I get this. Now I have prio. My jungler actually This is like a good play of my jungler. You won't see this really in below masters, I would say. Even honestly in masters, sometimes even GM. But my jungler knows that we have Prime here and I'm really strong. So he's playing for me, like with me. So I'm just helping my jungler and I'm Sylas, so I 100% wanna do that. Like my skirmishing is the best, right? That's why you really pick Sylas. That was actually a weird old... I don't know what happened there. I think Brand is coming, but... yeah, I don't know, that was interesting. Okay, that's fine. I think my Varus dies. Yeah, that's fine. I kill Varus back. Pretty good. I go top again. Farm the next wave, and then I can go. Like, farm and leave. Kind of like mid lane. XD, cannon. We don't talk about that. All good. Now, I see there's a fight happening. That's top lane. One thing, it's a lot better, I think, than mid lane. Because in mid lane, you have to look a lot more, and you have, like, roam timers and everything. In top lane, you have, like, really one thing to look out for. Look at bot lane, sometimes mid lane, and if there's, like, a fight happening. If this is after, like, 10 minutes, you should be looking to, like, TP. So, I TP before Yon. He also was looking. So, this was also really bad if I didn't TP. My team was, like, losing this really hard. So I made this, like, a really bad play into a good one. Gets E'd, ulted. Now, I TP exactly. So I have a lot of time. Zeri can't go in because, I mean, she knows she's gonna die. But she's scared. I come in. I kill Thresh. I'm trying to kind of take a good ult, but I just kind of one-shot Yon as well. At this point, I have... yep, I have Thunder Sky already healed me 1k. I think this is the first team fight I used it. No, I used it on some Yon, I think, I'm pretty sure here. But I am spiked out of my mind. The first item actually spikes you really hard. Better than any AP item, like I said before. So I'm really spiked. And I just can literally just keep going. I'm just gonna heal constantly. So... I go in. I know I can still go in. Like, this healing is crazy. They can't do anything. I'm still full HP. So, I go back here. Top wave is perfect. I don't have TP though, so I'd rather kind of like go to top and mid, like kind of hover, just in case if we see people like trying to contest this, I can help. But there's nothing happening top side, so I don't have to like exactly go there. Hovering is OP, especially if you don't have TP. Generally, really only when you don't have TP. Okay, Jensen kills Yon. I think Yon kinda doesn't want to play after this point, probably. Okay, I just push waves and we get tower. Like wherever we can get objectives, that's huge. We killed Yon, so we can just force that objective. Now to the next objective. Oh, that happened to be killing Brand. I'm kind of fast forwarding this a bit too much, but I mean, at this point, it's kind of a stomp. So it doesn't matter too much. I get first tower shot. This is actually kind of OP that a lot of people don't realize. So we have 6 scrubs. Oh, it doesn't show in here. But I have 6 scrubs. So it's going to spawn these things, right? So it takes the first tower shot, then back off. So like this. So you can tank the tower. So you can take it even faster. So because they're tanking, right? Yeah, I get tanked. Spawn those things. And the tower is focused on that. So we can go a bit earlier. Again, it's not going to win you the game. But if everyone realizes that small thing, I feel like it's gonna get us long, right? Sorry, yapping. But at this point, I'm kind of just looking because, I mean, there's nothing to do. I'm not homeless. In a way, I'm kind of am. I can go bot, but it's already pushing and I'm on the other side of the map and I don't have TP yet. So if we get top tower, now I'm kind of just chilling, seeing. If nothing happens, we see Yon actually overextended really hard. I don't think he expected for me to be topside still, because it's been like almost a minute. So I come here, we kill him, kind of just one-shot him. Honestly, since I have Thunder Sky, I don't care. I'd be more worried if I was AP Sylas. I can literally just run over people. Like, I don't really even have to hit anything. My Q literally is just a passive proc ability. You don't have to hit your Q. I think it literally does like, I don't know, 90 damage if you hit both bards. Because I'm not even leveling, right? You just have to hit E2. That's it. It kind of slows them, I guess. It's good. So, I go on Zeri because she might be able to kill my team. Target selection, that's good. So we get that. Minion is here, and they're not gonna spawn for a while, so you might be able to get this. Because we see, I did the same thing. Goodness, nothing crazy, but I guess something noteworthy. I go back, and at this point, I mean, game is giga over. But I still didn't die. Actually, two actuallys. But with this build, it's also harder to die because of how much you actually heal. With AP, you have Zonias if you go second, but even that's like every 90 seconds or so, and that's also second item. This is first item. But it heals you so much. It also has HP. 400 HP, that's more than Rocket Bolt. Plus your W still heals because you're building HP, I mean, it's 10% HP scaling. So, I'm healing a lot, so it's harder for me to actually give shutdowns. I did not know. That's kind of funny. But I just kill him. I don't think it was even... like, I can literally 1v3. It's not even close. It's kind of funny. He actually did not care. This is my first time actually looking at the WAD. Get ult, I dodged his W thing. Hit E. Like, look at my damage. I almost legit just one-shot at him. My auto like hurt really hard. I have 280 AD. Can I see how much it does? So it does almost 400 damage per auto. Yeah, no, and I auto a lot. Yeah, 400 times 4 times, I guess 5 if you include ult as well. That's a lot of damage, I would say. Okay, I TP here because I see I either get this tower or we just end the game, kinda straight up. And Zenith went in, so it made my life easier. But I think we just end the game here. Okay, this is way too fast. They can't really defend. It's kind of over. But yeah, maybe better if I don't if I play this game on stream. But I think it is better to explain the thought process of a game like this as a VOD. But that's kind of like the main takeaways from this is that your trade pattern is always get grasp first, then W auto. Unless you know you're gonna win the trade. Like some champs you can't. Like if it's an Urgot, I wouldn't E in if you know he has E, right? Or you can buffer the E too, I think of that. But even then, it's not gonna be a good trade for you. It is champ dependent, but if you can hit E, it's generally gonna be good. Because it's like 2 abilities in one, right? It gives you passive procs too, so your level 1 is strong if you can get grasp. But key takeaway is that your trade pattern is auto W. Thorn's Blade is actually really underrated. You should be going this if you're building AP. I would say I don't think AD Sylas med is that good unless you're playing as Galley or something. But if you can't proc grasp, I don't think it's good. Otherwise, I think that's everything I mentioned. I've been kind of talking for 20 minutes at this point. Let me know if this kind of videos are informative and what I should, I guess, focus on more if I haven't. And yeah, maybe I might do more of this like in mid lane. I was thinking actually to make one for mid lane laning, because a lot of people like don't know when to go in. Like there's the easy way that I mentioned actually in my guide, but I might just make a short mid like laning. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye bye.